Hello, I'm Brad, reporting for Alt Corner, and at this year's Ghostfest 2015, I'm joined with the brilliant Blood Youth.
Oh, hey man, how's it going?
Not too bad. How are you guys?
Good,
Thank you. Yeah,
Having a good time.
I
sweaty.
bet you are. Your set was amazing.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
Such a good
Sick.
set.
Cheers,
Really
dude.
cool. You got a really good reception as well.
It was
Those people
cool.
loving it.
Yeah.
Like Bristol is a kind of uncharted area for us. We've only played here once, so
Yeah.
we're still kind of making
Testing the waters a
Yeah.
bit, you know. It was good to see how the place we were playing was packing out at the end of the set as well. People were digging it a lot more at the start. It's quite early in the day as well, you know, so it's to be expected. But
Yeah, definitely. So it must be amazing when you were announced to play at Ghost Festival this year.
this
Yeah.
was actually one of our first shows as like when we started up.
Really?
Yeah, so I was excited all year to play it.
It was kind of, it means quite a lot to like Chris and myself as well, because we grew up in a small town near Leeds called Harrogate, and we kind of we've always known about Ghostfest. Chris has been loads. I never got a chance to go, but since I was about 14, I've wanted to play Ghostfest because it's been in Leeds, and I've been looking at all these bands and stuff like that. So to us, playing in Leeds, that was our first show in Leeds as well yesterday.
Yeah.
So for us, for sure, you know, it's like a huge thing for us, definitely.
Yeah, it was really good.
That's cool. So with the EP out, obviously, it was just so good. Like honestly, such a good EP, man. So it must have been a massive relief after everything kind of happened with the band and like climates and stuff like that to finally get it out. What's it like looking back on that EP right now?
What are you releasing?
Yeah, releasing it.
It was a very, very nervous time. We didn't know what we could each do in this genre as people, and if people even dug it, you know. And coming off of Climates hit a ground at a respectable pace, and we all that was a pretty difficult time for us all, really. But throughout time, we've actually realised people do dig it, and you know, carrying on with it pretty hard right now. So it's just more of what we've already done to come. So.
Did you the minute Climates ended, did you know that was going to be like, right, we're going to do something completely different now?
At the time,
It was a weird, I can't really comment on Climates, but it was a weird period. Like, I did the last ever Climates tour. That was like pretty much my audition to kind of go into the next stage of what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And
at the time, we didn't
even then.
Yeah.
It was,
we didn't know what was going to happen. We just knew that we needed a vocalist to fill in, and we wanted it had to be someone good, because obviously it's like a lot of singing, not everyone sings. But he did really good, and we knew that he was doing some things on that tour, because we were touring with Vanna, and he was doing some things which we knew if we had pushed on, he'd progress at them. And like throughout the entire process, Kaya was just showing an unwilling nerve to progress each and every single day, and it just turned out into this. But we didn't know if we wanted to carry on as Climbers or start again. I think our drummer, he said that we should start again, and a lot of us were against it because we already had a pretty big following as Climbers. But I think just leaving a band as it is respectfully, that's cool.
it's quite a big thing starting a new band as well. I think you literally start from the bottom, and it's.
If you say that to anyone, it's a pretty unnerving thing to say. Start again.
Yeah, I
after
can
so
imagine.
long.
Yeah, so
it takes a lot of nerve to actually do it.
yeah, for sure.
But it was worth it in the end, because we're all at the pace we wanted right
I suppose it's quite nice to it's easy may sound to make your own legacy as Blood Youth, though, as opposed to, because sometimes there's nothing worse than when a band changes a vocalist or something really key about it, and they carry it on, and you're a bit like,
that's what I kind of felt.
Is it?
That's what I felt as well. Sorry, and I think if it had stayed as Climates, I think I wouldn't have felt like it was those aren't my songs I was singing. You know what I mean? Like Blood Youth, those are all songs I've written lyrically.
Yeah.
So it would have been a weird thing for us.
So fair play to you for actually making
Thank
Blood
you.
Youth and building it from the ground up. So how much do you think that being in Climates and what you've learned and your previous band experience has actually helped Blood Youth? Have you got a bit street smart about the industry?
We've gained a
and stuff?
couple road miles from it, but other than that, this is a completely new watering hole for us.
Yeah, new scene is
I'd never been on tour before, so my first tour was that Climates tryout tour.
Yeah. And his first drive was 37 hours.
So I was ready to go home already.
Yeah.
I was I'm done. But no,
But we knew that first day in, if he could do that 37-hour drive, then he'd be
We've
fine.
all been in bands individually of playing to no one, playing to empty bars. I used to sing in bars and playing to stuff like that, and it's I feel like we've done the shit stuff as a band, and without sounding. This is a lot of the hard work of grinding it out, and you play to an empty room, and then you're like, what am I doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you drive in like hours to just get there.
I mean, there are a lot of bands out there which are starting out. They say, how do you get here? How do you get here? And it's just literally doing what they're doing. Just keep doing it. A lot of bands, they do it, and then they say, I'm bored. I'm just gonna get a job. A lot of kids these days that start in bands, they get jobs. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but at the same time, you gotta, sort out your priorities. For me, always, and him especially as well, and everyone else in the band, the priority was, if there was a tour, sack off work. Quit the job if it means it. Just keep doing it, and as long as you keep doing that, you will reach a point which we've reached at, which isn't even that big, and we're not even big at all. It's like, but we're playing Ghostfest. We've toured with acting. We're doing things that we never thought we'd actually know we were doing.
Yeah, definitely. Just stick at it, basically. Don't give up.
Yeah.
So when does like your attentions turn to working on your new release, or have they already?
Right. Well.
It seems like this is going to be a long story.
Nah, it's not. It's pretty simple. Everything's already written. We just got to sort out vocals. We've already got all the new material down. I won't give any details specifically on how many tracks or when the release dates will be. But we'll be taking a few months off after this is our last show. Really,
there's a couple.
There's a couple more at the end of the year maybe, but we're focusing the rest of the year to write and kind of regroup ourselves and come back swinging pretty much.
Build on what we've kind of established so far, because we had no idea that people would be this interested.
Yeah, I mean the EP is massive, really. Like for a first EP, the reception of it has been
we had no
really
idea
impressive.
Like
we had
we
no
were in the
clue.
studio, like, this is what we're doing. Like, is this gonna
at the
be
time,
all
we
right?
kind of wrote it and we were kind of like, this is good. Let's put it out there. It wasn't like, this is like the next fucking Iowa by Slim. This is like, this was songs that me and Sam had parts hidden from the past, and he'd had lyrics written when he was working in Spain and stuff in the past. And we kind of put it all together, and it was just kind of like, let's see how people dig it, And throughout time, people are digging it.
So I'm guessing you're pretty happy with the response.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Awesome. So out of all of your songs that you play live, what is the favourite?
I've been waiting for this question all day.
No one ever asked this
still
question.
haven't
I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm gonna say Dead Space because that usually I don't know what the future set list will be like, but this whole past 6 months we've been a band, we've always opened with that song, and that's the song where if no one knows who we are, they're like, there's this really heavy bit towards the middle bit, and they're like sick, and it's really heavy, and they're like,
there's like a point where you can see on people's faces, this is boring, but then when that part hits, they're like, okay, right, this is sick.
And then that's when the pit starts, and I'm like, that's the first one.
And then throughout the set, it's all good. But so it's Dead Space for you.
Dead Space for me, for sure.
For me, it's either, I don't know, it's between. I mean, I hate all of our songs, so it's pretty much Dead Space as well because I get to climb shit. There's a part of that. There's a part in that song where I like to climb whatever's.
I look onto him like a worried mother, like, oh no.
Yeah, and I have our tour manager, the Grub. If you just want to pan over there, if you can do it, you can't do it. Go on.
Pan.
Look, it's the Grub. I get my man over there to hold the amp, make sure it doesn't topple over. Does a great job. Does a sterling
Squad
job.
goals there.
Absolute squad goals.
So that's a good one.
Yeah.
Where did you get the idea for the introduction? I've always
Oh my God.
you guys.
We actually don't know.
I mean,
how did that come about?
The relationship in our band is like, if you want to join the band, you gotta have a sense of humor like a fucking 12-year-old.
Banter.
Because I saw you at the Trash Bay, and I'd never heard you guys prior to that. When to see you guys, and that was
like,
I was like, what?
So now people,
and there was like blow up animals and stuff and trees, and you're like, what is going on?
Like the relationship in the band, it
was awesome.
We all, it's killer.
It looks sick. But it was just like, what is going on?
But like, we've got a thing, like me and Sam especially, we'll just like, Kaya as well, like we'll exchange videos, and it would just be stupid viral videos online.
Yeah.
And there was this video that had that in the background, and during it
We were just laughing so much.
it's one of those stupid, like,
Yeah.
have you seen all these Shrek videos?
Yeah, well, Shrek
It was
is
that kind of,
life kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, it was kind of that animation, but
It's
there was
like
a
the-
couple
yeah.
guys in a truck, and they were just
They're
bobbing
just
around.
like doing this, and we were just laughing so much. And you play it to like a normal human being with normal like morals and things like that.
Yeah.
And they look at it and they're like, "What is this toss?"
Yeah.
But then you play it to us and we're just pissing ourselves.
We're like, okay, let's take
this
that
is
to
our
the-
intro. Like, fuck any serious like violins or anything. This is
Yeah,
it. So,
and we came onto that download, and I think that was the point where we realised how awesome it was, with the bass, like the sub drops and everything in that song. Thing is, that intro is louder than our set, so it goes.
Our agent was at download and he never heard the intro before. And he was stood side stage and he heard it and he looked at us and went, "What the fuck is this?"
He's like, he always
up for it
messages
now.
online like, "You guys are making my job so difficult right now. How am I supposed to work with you guys?" But it's like, loves it.
Yeah, for sure.
So thanks so much for speaking to us, guys.
No
It's been
worries.
absolutely brilliant. Enjoy the rest of the Days Festival.
You too.
Thank you very much. Cheers.